Good evening, and today now we have database experiment 7, continuation of PL/SQL programming. Triggers. We are going to look at triggers. Okay, so the questions are this. I've written the queries or the code for most of these questions. We are going to look at them one by one. Okay, now the first one says create a trigger to prevent the same car booked by the customer at the same date. Okay, so I'm going to quickly explain the syntax of creating a trigger. It's simple. You have create or replace trigger name before or after, then a DML statement, insert, update, delete on the table name. Okay, then you reference. Okay, you have referencing. Okay, referencing is just like giving a variable. Okay, then for each row, then you have the declare. You can declare a variable. Then you have the begin. In the begin, you put the execution, the statements that are going to be executed. You can put SQL statements, or you can put normal PL statements. Okay, then you can have a loop, if, then end, if, and end. Okay, so basically this question says we should create a trigger to prevent the same car booked by a customer at the same date. So we have a trigger double booking on insert before insert on car booking. Okay, now look at the logic. Declare row count number. Okay, this is to count the number of rows. So if select count into row count from car booking, where booking date is equal to end of booking date, that's new dot booking date, and car ID is equal to new dot car ID. If row count is greater than 0, then car is already booked. That's the logic. Okay, so we are going to test out this. Okay, so we are gonna, if you run this, trigger is created. Okay, now to see whether this works, we take we insert a value that's exactly in the table and see what happens. Okay, and you can see car is already booked. Okay, so car is already booked. Car is already booked. So you erase the application error. Okay, so that was successful. The second question is raise an application error if the customer is not the member. Okay, so this is basically almost the same kind of this thing. So we created a trigger membership. Okay, it's going to be on insert and update. Okay, now you count into row from customer details, where customer ID is equal to end customer ID. Okay, if the row count is 0, then he's not a member. Okay, so basically what this code does is that it goes to the customer details and checks whether the customer ID is present. If it's not there, then he can't be allowed to make any booking, so he's not a member. Okay, so we're gonna test this out. Okay, if I run this, the trigger is created. Then if I insert, first of all, let's show you my customer details. Okay, my customer details. Okay, you can see there's no 6 there, just 1 to 5, but I'm inserting 6 as a customer distance here. So what happens? Car is already booked. Okay, so that's now the third question. Create a trigger to update the price details whenever a new car is added. Okay, this is a bit far more interesting. So basically what you do is you create or replace a trigger after insert on car details. Okay, what it does is it inserts into price details from the car details, and then since the base price per day is not in the car details, you have a value for that 2000. Okay, so we are going to look at this now. To fully appreciate this, we are going to have select star from price details. Okay, So first of all, we run the trigger. The trigger is created. Okay, now first of all, I want you guys to look at this. Okay, see the price details. So if I insert these values into the card details, okay, Bentley Blue 107, okay, and then I run the price details, you can see that it's also subsequently inserted into. So yeah, that's the third one. Now the next, then a trigger to delete the record in the card details table as corresponding row has to be removed from the price details table. Okay, so this basically, if I delete a record in the card details, the corresponding row should be deleted in the price details. Okay, just like an inverse of this third question. So what, okay, so remember we inserted, we have this row. Now we are going to delete this row from card details. First of all, we create the trigger. Okay, then we delete the row from card details. Okay, so we are going to check whether it deleted from price details too. Okay, let's see what happens. And yeah, it deleted. So that's that. Okay, so the next question, create a trigger that will display the number of bookings when new bookings are added. Okay, so we create a trigger. Okay, I think we skipped a question here. Create a trigger that informs you to update the price at the last end of the month. Okay, this is basically what this trigger does, is that at the end of the month it informs you to update. So we create or replace trigger inform before delete on price details. Okay, so see the logic, when system date is equal to last day of system date, so when is equal to that, it informs you. Okay, now the next question is create a trigger that will display number of booking when new bookings are added. Okay, so this trigger is created. The trigger is created. Okay, now the seventh question is disable the above trigger. So to disable this trigger that I just created, remember the trigger is number of booking. I used the keyword alter trigger number booking disable, I think. Yep, and the trigger is altered. Okay, the next one is to drop the last created trigger. Okay, so simply you do drop trigger booking. Okay, now the last question, display the count of each car. Let's create a trigger for displaying the count of each car moved, booked. Okay, so we create a trigger. Know that what this trigger does is basically select car ID count. It just counts the number of cars. Okay, so trigger is created. Okay, so that's all for the experiment. Catch you next time. Bye.